I love talking to the lawyers before the trial, because then the lawyers, like, they look at themselves like, what the hell is this sitting across the, what the hell is this guy going on about? Holy crap, he makes a lot of sense, but holy shit, what's he doing? What's he saying?
Right.
It's a lot of fun just watching like lawyers, man, trying to figure out what the hell I'm doing, what I'm saying.
Hey, you know what would be nice, Carl, man? You get you one of those little cameras, like a little button that's on your shirt that's really a camera, so you can record these lawyers, man, when you tell them that kind of shit.
Oh, yeah, just like I did with the Indiana, the lawyer down there. That was a lot of fun. She apologized like an hour into talking to him, the client and me. He said, I want to apologize, for the way I treated you for the first 20 minutes. I said, yeah. I said, I get that a lot. And I was like, yeah, you're a lot smarter than you look, Mr. Lentz. It's like, yeah, I do that on purpose. Mm-hmm. I try to, it gets you guys off guard. You guys, I said to the guy before I walked in, I said, watch my style, man. I'm going to stutter like crazy. I'm going to do like Columbo. I'm going to be like flicking my fingers and like Columbo, Peter Falk show. I was like, what was that again? What would they would call that? They would call that form of like, not deception, Mr. They would call that, and and it was so funny, man. Then the lady would fill in the blank. And see, that's what I say. You try to act like a little stupid, so they feel like they're coming to your rescue and filling in the words, so you're filling in the blanks. It's hysterical what I do, man. Oh, it's so funny.
Okay, you can make your eyes cross like Columbo too while you're doing it, man.
Yeah, right. That's what I'm saying. It's like, like I look like I'm totally clueless, like totally like out of it, whatever. Like, nah, and it's so funny. And I get them to just open up and say so much stuff that they would never say. It's so much fun.
It's funny, man. It's funny because these attorneys don't know anything about that. They never learned about common law. All they do is they go to the law school and they learn procedures and shit like that, man. They don't learn law.
If you sit across from a lawyer and all of a sudden you just start saying, it's like, well, in accordance to the common law, blah, 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 they will shut up so fast, they will throw you out of their office, they'll shut that thing down like you have no idea.
Oh, yeah. You know what I've been learning, Carl? Carl, it's like this common law is like kryptonite to these bar members, man, bar associations.
Right. So you got to dance around a little bit. You got to be like, let me see, what would that be? What would that kind of be like? And then you start, letting them give you a hint. What they think would. I was like, yes. Wouldn't it be something like that? You let them kind of steer you.
Right.
And the next, man, you just dragging them around. And they're like, holy shit, I think I just see what this guy just did to me. It's like, yeah, do you think? Mm-hmm. There's a lot of... But like I said, you can't come out, I'm saying, common law this, common law that, common law this. They will shut up, they will clamp up, they will so fast on you. You got to give them a little... You got to give them a little leeway, make them think they got a chance. Right, you got to make them think. You got to make them think that they're the smart ones. They got the they got the scholarship hanging on the wall. They're the ones. They're the smart ones.
Come in there acting like a caveman, man. That'll throw them off.
Coming like Columbo, man. Like, what was that again? Where's my pencil? Anybody see my pencil? Where's pencil? No. I haven't used a pencil since 1982. That's right, pens. I like pens. You got a pen. Just totally goofy, man. I brought in there. I said, look, man, I'm not like spazzing out or acting retarded, man. I said, this is an act, though. I said, so don't freak out, thinking. You bring me to your lawyer and I'm doing all the stupid stuff. I said, there's a method to my madness. So we walked out. We laughed at our asses off. He's like, holy shit, dude, that was funny as hell. And I was like, yeah, man, it ain't a lot of fun, man. You get them to say it for you. And the next thing you know, you just got them answering like, holy cow, did I just say that? Yeah, lawyer, dude, you did say that. Holy cow. Yeah, go ahead, buddy. Now how you going to back out? It's a lot of fun. Right. I just have too much fun when I go talk to lawyers.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah, it's a con job. All the bullshit they're doing is just all a big con.
Yeah,
but you don't pull them out, man. You let them say, well, say, wait a second. If you do that, da 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 da, it's like, did I just say that? Yeah, you did say that. You did say nobody did anything wrong. Well, if nobody did anything wrong, then why can't you help this man? Why am I sitting here? Why are you his attorney, and why can't you make the court aware of this? Why am I sitting here?
Well, I mean, the attorneys, their job is to maintain this. Well, I don't want to call it a fraud, but I mean, it is what it is. They want to keep this trickery going. But that's why anytime you have a problem, they tell you hire an attorney because they know what's going on.
Yeah, maintain status quo.
Oh,
maintain
everything. Like you said,
everything
before.
Right. They're doing it for the benefit of like a one world order. They're doing it for the benefit of mankind. That's the bullshit they all believe.
Yeah, they're doing it for the benefit of someone else, the bar association, who they work for.
Well, as far as they're concerned, it's the whole world is going to be under one legal code society, one code world. Is everything going to be under a code, and everything's going to be uniform, and everything's going to be fair and just for all of mankind from all over planet Earth. I mean, that's the rhetoric bullshit they say to themselves. Whatever helps them get to sleep at night, I don't care. If that's what they believe, that's what they believe.
Yeah, the funny thing about it is, though, isn't there already a system like that to protect man? It's called something like common law. Is that what common law? Is that what it's called?
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, I never use that word with those people. Like I said, common law is the customs, the practices, the policies, beliefs of a man or the society in which he exists at that moment in time, in that location on, in the universe, on planet Earth, wherever. So I'll just say to him, I said, is something simple like, wait a second, isn't it true that when we go to court, and, any man goes to court here in the United States, and somebody said that he's done something wrong, doesn't he have the right to have that man or woman sit across from him so he could cross-examine him and ask, and again, how did I do wrong to you, and how did I hurt you, and when did you make me aware that I harmed you and hurt you, and when you did make me aware, didn't I compensate you? Didn't I write you out a check? Didn't I try to negotiate with you, and didn't I try to, cure, give you a remedy? Didn't I try to do all that? Stuff like that, and then it's so much fun. It's so much fun when I sit there and talk to lawyers. Because all I'm doing is talking common sense. It's just pure common sense, and there's no way out.
Right.
It's just common sense, and they don't know how to argue common sense. It's just, yeah, Carl, you're right. Oh, good. So, somebody wrote, made a claim that he's done something wrong, and, they put a dollar amount what they want for compensation. It's like, well, no, this is like a criminal act. Oh, really? So somebody made a claim that he hurt somebody, he harmed somebody, injured somebody. Well, no. Well, then how do you believe you have jurisdiction over him? He was in his house. He was under his domestic authority. But who brought those guns and drugs into the public? The police. So aren't they liable for exposing the public to a danger? This man had him securely locked down in his basement. The public was at never any time a danger. Not until the police brought it out into the public. Then there was a danger, a possible danger to society. But until then, no, everything was fine. Nobody in his neighborhood knew what he did.
Carl, let me ask you something. What's your thoughts on difference between making a claim against a wrongdoer? Let's just say like a man acting as a public official, your public servant, making a claim as opposed to getting, let's just say, like a declaratory judgment from a court.
The declaratory judgment is you and I could be sitting in Detroit, and I could be wearing you'd be wearing a hat, like a Detroit hat, and we'd walk. I'd say, hey, man, that hat makes you look fat. And he'd say, what? Bullshit. And we'd pull the first person over, and we'd say to this guy, hey, does this hat make this guy look fat? And he'd be like, yeah. He just gave you a declaratory judgment. A declaratory judgment has no impact on either party. It's just when you're going into a court and you're asking a judge or a magistrate, hey, we think we have a controversy. No, we do have a controversy, and we just need somebody's opinion. But right now we don't want to sue each other. There's no money involved here. We just want to get an opinion of the court to see whether or not we should waste our time litigating this in an open forum, or if we just have a frivolous, we're just being silly. And that's all the declaratory judgment is. Like, can you give me some sort of a guideline? Can you give me some sort of opinion on this before we go all out to war, before we all throw it by lawyers and before we go wide open? Can we just have an opinion? And then when they come back with their opinion, the other side will say, yes. The judge will say, there is no doubt about it. In 312 cases out of 312, that hat makes you look fat. So what's the odds of you taking me to court and arguing with me over it? You're not going to. You just say, wow, okay. There is a lot of case law and precedent to back up, that this hat makes me look fat.
Now, Carl, is it the same like when you make a claim, at the end of your claim, you put in the order? Can you put in the order with the declaratory judgment after the judge gives you
the declaratory judgment has no impact on either party. It has no force or effect. It has nothing to do. It's an opinion.
Okay.
You're making way too much out of this DJ nonsense. It's just an opinion, a learned opinion.
Right.
You want opinion? You want opinion to, will this put these springs in the car? Will it make it ride harder or softer? We're going to go to a mechanic and we're going to ask him, hey, give me a DJ. Give me a judgment call on this one. What do you think? And he's going to weigh him out. He's going to say, it's going to make the car definitely stiffer. And I said, see, I told you. Now, do you want to buy these springs or do you want to go buy some softer springs like I told you? It's like, okay. Thanks for your opinion. Okay, thanks. And that's all the DJ is. You're just asking for an opinion. I have no idea what you think a DJ is.
No, just somebody brought it up and I was trying to get clarity. But basically all it is just an opinion. That's all it is.
Yeah, it's fine. But I'm just saying that, I kind of figured that that's what it was. You just heard it on a YouTube or something like that, and it sounded really cool. So let's do it.
Yeah, I came across it. I figured, hey, let me throw this.
DJs are fine, man. The DJs are fine. If you want an opinion before you go all in, before you say, you know what? Because when you make a claim, you're all in. If you're wrong, boy, you're going to be held liable. Just whatever you wanted on the other side is going to come back on you. It can come back to you threefold. It could come back to you a millionfold. You better be careful when you make a claim. That's why I see so many people making claims. And I'm like, you make a claim, man, or it's a false claim, or you don't do it properly. If you do it against a public official, you realize you're probably going to go to jail. You better be real careful. And when you do it against the man, it might cost you dearly. It might cost you monetarily. He might get a judgment against you, and they're going to get the sheriff's department to come to your house and seize all your property and put it up to auction to compensate him. You better be careful who you're making a claim against or what the claim is about. I mean, everybody on these freaking shows all the time is like, I want to make a claim against that judge. Really? That judge did a hell of a good job. What do you mean? If I was that judge, I would have done the same thing he did to you. I would have done the damn thing different. Why not? Because you don't know the rules of court. You watch the YouTube video and all of a sudden you think you know how to act in public? You better get a lot more practice before you start walking in and screaming, you're not going to cross this, Paul. That means you got jurisdiction over me. Dude, I got jurisdiction over you right now. Oh, no, you don't. Oh, really? You want to bet? Yeah, take him away. Yeah, he found that out quick. He's got control over him. Yeah, you're in this building. I'm the steward of this building. I'm the building's manager. You better believe I got control of who goes in and who goes out of this building. You better believe it.
Yeah, building manager.
Yeah, you better believe that he does. You better tell him in writing that you are, the king, the queen, you're the public, and you're going to come into your court, into this public courthouse, and you're going to hold court. You better let him know well before you get there who you are, what your intents are when you get there, because his duty is to secure and protect that building.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you better let him know, well ahead of time, just what your intent is. If you think you're going to cause mayhem, chaos, man, he's going to hold you in contempt. God bless him. He'll teach you a lesson.
Carl, let me ask you this. When you make a claim, you bring a claim into your court, and when you set up like a precedent day or a preliminary hearing day, when you sit there and you establish the rules of the court and you give them to the other side, when you establish the rules of the court...
That's all if they want it. You don't have to do any of that stuff except that the other side... The precedent day is mostly is a docket day. It's mostly saying, they try to figure out if you guys. It's like sometimes it's preliminary hearing days. It's I'm trying to dispositional hearings. It's just to see where we stand at this moment in time. It's like, do you guys want to continue with this? I mean, like I said, in Virginia, like I'll go to the judge's chambers, and if I'm going after the state will just do a three-way phone call from the Capitol. And we'll sit at the judge's chambers, and the judge will say, are you still adamant in your suit? You still wish to pursue, Susie, the court clerk lady? Absolutely. And then the state, they ask the state, are you ready for your defense? It's like, yes. And then the judge asked me, like, how long will it take you to move your court? And I said, I don't know, 20 minutes. And then the state will say, well, it'll take us about 20 minutes as well. And it's like, okay, well, we'll set the docket. Let's see, the first opening is 11:10. We'll schedule it from 11:10 until 12 o'clock. And we'll hold it over in case after lunch for another 20 minutes. I'm like, okay, that's fine.
But isn't it also when you have, like, you try to get rid of whatever, let's just say you have 30 items on your plate, you try to get rid of as much controversy as you could, then whatever is left that you can't agree upon with the other party, then you go ahead and
me, it's simple. I make one claim at a time. I'll come back for the other 29. I do one at a time.
Right. Okay, so now the other party, if I still want to pursue the claim, the other party against the other person, the other man, now, as far as setting up the court rules, since it's my case in my court, I set up the court rules. Is that correct?
That's right. You don't got to tell them shit unless, how would they not know what the rules of the court are? The rules of the court are simple. You bring your claim before the court, you're going to convince the judge or the jury that, you've been done wrong, and they're either going to say that they did wrong or they didn't do wrong, and that's it. There's no rules. What rules? What special rules? They've been doing this since caveman times.
No, I had mentioned on another call before a few times that when you make your claim, you go there and you set your court rules. It's whatever you want. It's your case, so it's whatever you want.
Only if the other side asks. If the other side asks, but other than that, it's pretty simple. The judge will just say, you want a trial by jury? It's like, okay. And then you go first. Are you going to answer? And they'll say yes. And say, okay. And then the rules call. You have the final word before the jury. You have the final say before the jury. Okay, that's it. It's simple. It's like doing at dawn. You're gonna take the first shot at this guy, then he's gonna shoot back. He's gonna answer back, and then call. You get the final shot, and that's it.
Okay.
It's just a duel. It's just a duel. There's no fancy rules.
Right. I heard you mention before that you were setting up the rules as far as like saying, okay, well today we're gonna run third, second, and first instead of first, second, and third. So I just wanted you to kind of elaborate on that.
No, to me, I just hold it just the way they've been holding it since caveman times.
Okay.
There's nothing new that I do. There's nothing exotic, nothing bizarre. There's no trick. There's no nothing. It's like I'm going to explain to the what this woman did, and then if the another woman gets a chance to talk. If somebody who stands in as an attorney tries to talk, all I say is, whoa, you know the rules. Just like in caveman times, you know the rules. Do you have any are you first-hand witness to this? What happened in that court, in the court clerk's office that day? No. Well, then sit down and shut up. Let her speak. It's her turn to speak. She wants to answer. She believes she's done no wrong. She speaks. Not an attorney. She speaks. And then the judge will tell the attorney she hired to sit down and shut up.
Okay, so basically the court rules are just the typical rules that they go by. Nothing that you can add, and nothing you can say, okay, you're going to play by my rules today.
It's the rule since caveman time. If a caveman jumped up and somebody tried to speak up, and the other caveman would say to the lady who stood up, say, wait a second, this is against me and against him. Well, I'm his representative. Oh, really? Were you there at the time that he did wrong to me, that I'm making a claim that he did wrong? No, well, then sit down and shut up. The rules of the court are very simple. Can you bear witness? No. Well, then sit down and shut up. Well, it's just my opinion. I don't give a damn about your opinion. When we want your opinion, we'll let you know. And the judge will say to the other side, sit down and shut up, just like they did for my sister. The judge told the three lawyers, the ex-husband, or the husband she was divorcing, to sit down and shut up. Unless they have any first-hand knowledge, sit down and shut up. The judges know the rules. There's nothing new under the sun. What kind of crazy twist are you thinking about bringing in other than, a fair fight? That's as fair as I could think of it. You get a turn to speak, I get a turn to speak, and I get the final volley because, I believe I've been the one who's been done wrong.